Hello, welcome back, guys. If you are tuning in and you're back from part one and part two of the channel message, this reading will be based upon the channel message that I received um, probably day before yesterday. That message was there's potential in you, more power than you know. You need only to be brave enough to tap into it. So this is part three. This in this reading, this is going to be me piggybacking off of part two. I'm also going to include your spiritual advice that you need to hear at this time. So again, you could be feminine, masculine, male, female. It doesn't really matter. Um, Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But as I stated in part two, you could have grown up being made to feel like you're the oddball, black sheep of the family, made to feel like what you say and um, like your voice doesn't matter. Many of you, I have felt just a half and half energy. There might be half of you that have just tapped into your gifts. You just have come into the knowledge that you are chosen, and so you have um, that knowledge of that. But there's a thing of fear where your gifts are possibly scaring you. You don't fully understand your gifts, and you are afraid of what's going to happen if you ascend, what's going to happen if you upgrade these gifts. Like if these gifts get upgraded, will you change? How will this affect you? So there's like a fear of you kind of holding back in terms of exploring that, in terms of allowing the universe to this is just intuitively what I get from you. Instead of allowing the natural flow of things, I feel like the first portion of you that resonates with this, you're kind of like fighting against it because just out of fear, um, out of out of kind of fear, but also what you were conditioned to believe. Um, a lot of that is playing itself out, like your family, and I even feel like a portion of you that resonates with this particular part of the message. Many of your family members have probably recently found out that you have these gifts, and they are not just terrified of you. They have some I'm hearing have disowned you. Others have started to act funny from you. They have started to disconnect from you. And then I also feel like there's another portion of your family members, maybe a small portion, that they still communicate with you. They still are open to the idea, but majority of your family has pretty much disconnected themselves from you. So you're struggling with that. Um, there's also this fear of, there's this thing of not believing that you're good enough, to have these gifts, or good enough to, you just don't feel like you're good enough. And I feel like that stems back from childhood and probably most of your adult life as well. The other portion of you, I feel, you probably have not come into the full realization that you could be a chosen one, that there might be spiritual gifts that you have, but there's a big part of you that's curious about that. And so um, but there's this fear of you feeling like if you explore that, if you do deeper research, if you start doing meditations, if you try to activate your third eye and see what happened, like there's this curiosity, but at the same time there's this fear with you all as well. But I feel like this fear that's coming from you, it really stems from what you were told as a child. It stems from people making you feel small. It stems from society and what society deems to be normal versus what you feel could be normal. Um, Many of you, again, that resonate with this message, you don't think like anyone else. You don't walk, talk like anyone else. 511 on the timer, so you could be seeing that number. Also the number 333-911-222-144-1212 could be significant as well. Um, so all your life, people have made you feel like there's something wrong with you, made you feel like your voice and what you have to say doesn't matter. Um, just made you feel like there is something wrong with you. And so you have been conditioned to believe that. And so now that has taken form. And so I feel what you have to do now is you have to not only reprogram yourself, heal certain past traumas that your family might have taken you through. Um, there's a lot of groundwork that you have to do. 611 on a timer or 612 could be significant. But as I stated in part two, there is nothing wrong with you. Not only are you rare, because you don't think like everyone else, because you don't walk and talk like everyone else, because your mind is wired differently than everyone else, that makes you special. That makes you rare. And to people that live within the 3D, right? People that still are programmed to have certain beliefs, to live their lives in a certain way, they are not going to understand you. They are going to deem you as to be odd. Some might deem you to be evil. Um, Others might feel like you're just straight up wacky-doo, and you're going to go through that constantly. But I feel like whoever you are that resonates with this message, there is so much power within you, like running through your veins. This power I'm hearing came from your ancestors. This power has been bestowed on you. Um, and what I mean by power, your spiritual gifts. Many will not understand you, but they're not supposed to either. Many people that are deemed to be odd and weird and a little off, and people that are chosen ones generally fit into that bracket of of not normal to people who live still within the 3D, right? That is going to take some getting used to, but if you go through the rest of your life worrying about what everybody thinks of you, if you let fear hold you back, you'll never be able to tap into your full potential. You'll never be able to get to the highest version of yourself. You don't just have your spiritual gifts for nothing. You're not just here to floss to the world. You are part of something bigger than yourself, bigger than bigger than what you were made to believe as to why you were here. Like, I don't know if that made sense, but you're part of something greater than yourself, and that might feel scary at first. I'm gonna make a part 4 because I still got to give y'all spiritual advice. So tune in to part 4, y'all.